2 years' time, Pharaoh dreamed. He was standing by the Nile. Out of the Nile came up 7 cows, handsome and strong, and they grazed in the reed grass. Then 7 other cows came up after them from the Nile, ugly and thin, and they stood beside the cows on the bank of the Nile.
The ugly thin cows ate the 7 handsome strong cows.
Pharaoh awoke.
He fell asleep and dreamed a second time.
7 ears of grain, full and good, grew on a single stalk.
Then 7 thin ears, scorched by the east wind,
Grew up after them,
the thin ears swallowed.
the 7 full ears,
Pharaoh woke.
and it was a dream.
In the morning his spirit was troubled. He sent and called all the magicians of Egypt and all its wise men.
Pharaoh told them his dreams.
But there was no one who could interpret them.
Then the chief cupbearer spoke to Pharaoh and said,
I remember my faults today.
Pharaoh was angry with his servants and put me in custody in the house of the captain of the guard, both me and the chief baker.
We dreamed a dream in one night, each of us with its own meaning.
There was with us a young Hebrew servant of the captain of the guard,
We told him our dreams,
and he interpreted them for us.
each man according to his dream.
And it happened exactly as he interpreted,
I was restored to my position.
and the baker was hanged.
And Pharaoh sent and called Joseph.
And they quickly brought him out of the dungeon,
He shaved
changed his clothes.
and came before Pharaoh.
Pharaoh said to Joseph,
I have dreamed a dream,
and there is no one who can interpret it.
but I have heard that when you hear a dream,
You can interpret it. Joseph answered Pharaoh,
it is not in me. God will give Pharaoh an answer of peace.
Joseph said to Pharaoh,
The dream of Pharaoh is one.
God has shown Pharaoh
What he is about to do.
the 7 good cows are 7 years,
The 7 good years.
are 7 years.
It is one dream.
The 7 thin cows that came after them are 7 years,
The 7 thin years
scorched by the east wind.
are 7 years of famine.
God has shown Pharaoh
What he is about to do. 7 years of great abundance are coming in all the land of Egypt.
after them will arise 7 years of famine,
All the abundance will be forgotten.
and the famine will consume the land,
The famine will be very severe.
because the dream was repeated twice to Pharaoh,
The matter is established by God.
and God will soon bring it to pass.
Joseph continued.
Now let Pharaoh select a wise and discerning man, and set him over the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh appoint officers over the land, and gather 1/5 of the harvest.
During the 7 years of abundance,
Let them store grain in the cities,
the food will be reserved for the 7 years of famine.
so that the land may not perish.
The plan seemed good to Pharaoh.
And to all his servants,
Pharaoh said to his servants,
can we find such a man as this?
a man in whom is the Spirit of God.
Pharaoh said to Joseph,
Since God has shown you all this,
there is none as wise and discerning as you,
you shall be over my house.
and all my people shall obey your word.
Only the throne will be greater than you.
Pharaoh said to Joseph,
See, I have set you over all the land of Egypt.
Pharaoh removed his signet ring from his hand.
And placed it on Joseph's hand.
He clothed him in garments of fine linen.
And placed a gold chain around his neck.
He made him ride in the 2nd chariot.
And they cried before him.
Bow the knee.
So Pharaoh set Joseph over all the land of Egypt.
Joseph was 30 years old
When he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Joseph went out from the Joseph gathered grain like the sand of the sea,
until he stopped counting.
because it was beyond measure.
The 7 years of abundance
Came to an end,
then the 7 years of famine began.
just as Joseph had said.
There was famine in all lands.
But in the land of Egypt there was bread.
When the land of Egypt became hungry,
The people cried to Pharaoh for bread.
Pharaoh said to all the Egyptians,
Go to Joseph.
whatever he says to you, do.
The famine spread over all the earth
Joseph opened the storehouses.
and sold grain to the Egyptians.
The famine became severe in the land of Egypt.
People from all the earth came to Egypt
To buy grain from Joseph
because the famine was severe.
everywhere.